I can't talk today. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are gonna talk about Instagram, okay? This is nothing new for my channel, but I still feel like announcing it. But today we're gonna talk about how to grow an organic following on Instagram quickly. All of these tips in this video are like hand curated and picked and are all so helpful. So stay till the end to get all the tips. Now, I wanna give a quick disclaimer, okay? I have to say it. Number of followers on Instagram does not matter, okay? There is more to life than Instagram and social media. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you're any more cool or popular or pretty or anything else. Real life is all that matters. Can we just please take that in? It is so important to me that you guys understand. However, obviously, if you have a business, if you have a brand, if you are trying to grow something, these tips are very helpful for that. I just don't want people to lose sight of what this really means, why I'm making this video. And before we begin, leave a comment down below with your Instagram handle. If you have a public account, I would love to check you guys out, say hello. So comment down below your handle. And without further ado, let's get started. Today's shout out goes to Tiffany Hampton. Thank you so much for watching my video and commenting down below. All you need to do to get a shout out in my next video is comment something down below, anything. Although in this case, I'm saying comment your Instagram handle. Okay, tip number one is consistency. I cannot emphasize how important this is, you guys. And it's hilarious because I know what to do and yet I just don't do it. I don't take my own advice. It's really terrible. It is so important that you post on a regular basis. I usually try to post once a day, but sometimes I don't because I'll get wrapped up in the number of likes or comments on the previous post and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. It's gonna get really shitty engagement. Well, newsflash, don't get wrapped up in that because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Instagram wants you to be consistent, wants you to post frequently. Something that's very important to remember is that Instagram chooses how many people it's gonna show your photo to based on the engagement in the first 48 hours. More specifically, the engagement in the first 2 to 3 hours. So really that beginning window of when you first post that photo is that prime time to get the most engagement. As you get more and more engagement, Instagram's gonna say, oh, hey, people wanna see this photo. And it's therefore gonna distribute it to way more people's feeds and the explore page as well. This obviously allows more people to find you and potentially follow you. So if we do some basic math, the more times you post, the more chances you have to achieve this sort of engagement. Tip number two is also so important. This is something that I have personally noticed on my account working like a charm. It's actually insane. And that is to add some sort of call to action in your captions. I've always been a little bit like cringed out at people who ask questions in every single caption, but I will say that like if you do it strategically, it helps so much with your engagement, and therefore again with the engagement being really high in the first few hours, Instagram then takes your photo and distributes it elsewhere. So I actually had an example of this happen recently. As you can see by this photo that I posted, obviously I look fine, you know, but in the caption, I had people comment down below whether they thought I was laying on a floor or sitting against a wall. I literally got so many comments and likes on this photo because obviously people were so eager to comment what they thought, and therefore Instagram was like, ooh, this is getting really high engagement, let's push it. So it led to it having a lot of likes and a lot of comments. Now we can take exhibit B, which is this Coachella photo, and honestly, like, I'm really surprised because Coachella is a very trending, very relevant topic and thing that's going on right now. And yet these posts didn't do nearly as well, and I think part of it is because like in my caption I didn't really say anything. So this was just kind of like a test for me. I didn't even realize it, but I noticed how much better that one photo did where I had people comment what they thought down below. Again, you kind of need to be strategic because people aren't just gonna comment like, what's your favorite food? And comment, or I could be wrong, maybe they do. I've never found that people do when I ask them like random questions, where are you from? They don't really that much, but just be creative with it. And any way that you can cleverly force people to comment something down below, do it. Because then Instagram will put your photo on more people's feeds and on the discover and explore page, and therefore will lead to more followers. This leads me to point number three, which I cannot emphasize enough. All of these points I can't emphasize enough, especially this one, because I feel like this is something I am terrible at. Stop posting what isn't working, okay? For example, above. I learned that it's better to have a call to action in your captions. So stop posting photos that don't have a call to action, right? So do the same kind of thing on your profile. Post, 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 post. Don't be so critical of what you're posting, if the lighting is perfect, if no, just post, because it's better than not posting at all, and see what does well and what doesn't well. And when you find something that does well, keep doing it. And when you find something that doesn't do well, stop doing it, okay? It seems self-explanatory, but honestly, people just keep posting things that aren't working over and over and over, me included, and then nothing's gonna change. Tip number 4 is to use an automated engagement tool such as Explode Social, which I use. If you guys saw my last Instagram hacks video, I went into depth on what this service is. I will link that up here in the eye if you want to check that out. But as I mentioned, it's an Instagram automated engagement tool that increases your number of likes, comments, followers, etc. And they are all like real people, real comments, real engagement. So I'm going to kind of explain this a little bit just so that you guys know and understand like how this works and that it's nothing sketchy or weird. I'm always skeptical of things like this, and I want you to know I would never ever promote something that was like weird or sus in any way. This is completely legit. I've been using it for like over a year now on my business profiles, on companies profiles that I work with consulting, and it seriously works like a charm. It grows your following instantly and consistently. So basically what you do when you sign up, and by the way, there's a link down below, you can sign up. It's a 3-day trial and you can get 10% off using the code AF10, but I will get there. So basically when you get in there, you can target by location and by username. So what this means, what I have mine do, is I wrote down all these usernames of accounts that are similar to mine. So like other influencers and creators, female, like around my age. So by me putting in those usernames, it's targeting the followers of those accounts, because if those followers are interested in them, they will probably be interested in me. So then what it does is I can decide and set whether I want it to follow people, comment on people's photos, or like people's posts. Right now, I just have it set to liking people's posts because I feel really bad about like following and unfollowing. Like I don't want to do that. I think that's kind of like rude. It does really work. It does help, I will say. So it's really good for businesses and stuff like that where they probably won't care as much. But since I am a personal brand and I obviously like care about my followers, I don't want to just be like following and unfollowing them. Same with the comments. I'm a little bit scared about that because it's not really me. It's like me writing it, but I don't want it to be like some really sad post and then my comment is like awesome, because then I just look like a hole. So the reason that I have it set to liking people's photos is because you guys, seriously, I care about you so much. I care about my followers and my audience, and I wish that I could spend hours every single day engaging with you guys. And the reality of it is I just don't have the time to do that. So what's awesome about this is that it'll go in and automatically engage with people, and then I'll get a bunch of messages from people saying like, oh my god, thank you for liking my photo, and I can actually chat with you guys, and it's me actually finding people who I think will like my content and me being able to then organically actually engage with them. So it's like doing that work at first, bringing those people to me, and then I can talk to them and I can like, you know, engage with them back and they can engage with me. And it's this whole thing that honestly I just love because I wish that I could engage with everyone and I can't. So I love that aspect of it. I have seen my following grow tremendously because of it. So if you guys want to try this out, it's really good for businesses, personal brands. It's also good for people, just normal like personal accounts too. It definitely grows it, like hands down 100%, like total guarantee. You just have to kind of mess with the settings until you figure out what works the best for you. So if you guys want to test it out, the link will be down below, and I do have a promo code for 10% off. I literally purchased this plan and have had it for like over a year. So I basically hit them up like, yo, can I get a promo code for my followers? Because honestly, I make videos about Instagram and you guys are going to love this. Tip number 5 is for if you don't do this, what you're gonna need to do then is go in and spend like half an hour to an hour a day actually engaging live with those types of people. So again, like target people that are similar to you and like target their followers, like photos, comment on as much stuff as you can, and follow as many people as you can. It does take a long time. It's like very time consuming, but it does work. It does do the job. People genuinely want to like show you love back, and you will gain followers from that. Tip number 6 is to not just post photos. Instagram lately is all over the video grind. They want to become this next video platform because they're owned by Facebook. Facebook is doing this huge video push. So they are definitely favoring people on Instagram who post a combination of photos, carousel posts, video posts on your feed, and also stories. Also people going live. I don't go live that often. I think I probably should. Even just like once a week or a couple times a month really helps. But definitely post video if you can. Post photos, videos, carousels, do all of it. I think it really helps for the algorithm. So yeah. Tip number 7 is to be verified on Instagram. Now obviously this is like easier said than done. You can't just go around and get verified. But in my last IG hacks video, I also talked about all the different ways in which you can attempt to get verified. So if you want to check that out in more detail, I'll link it down below. Of course, if you get verified, it just gives you a little bit of added credibility, some street creds, if you will, because people see your profile and see that you're verified and are instantly a little bit more curious as to like who you are, what you do, why are you verified. So here is the obvious way that I know how to request verification. It still hasn't worked for me, sad day, but you can do it. So basically, if you go into your account settings, and then if you click on account, you will see a little button that says request verification. You basically click on that, and then I think it just makes you upload a photo of your driver's license or some sort of photo ID, put your full name in, what category your account is, and then you push send. That's how you verify it. It'll let you know if it was successful or not. I have not been successful with it yet. There are several other ways you can attempt, but they're in my last video, so I won't go into those again. But obviously verification would be huge in terms of like getting people to follow you. Tip number 8 is to keep hashtags to a minimum. I think there's like a misconception that you really should put like 30 hashtags. I worry that that's actually not the move. I think that there is different speculation about this. I don't think it's the move because A, it just kind of makes you outwardly look like, oh, I'm trying to gain all these followers. But also I have heard things about Instagram doing like a shadow ban and just like thinking your account is like spammy a little bit because you have so many hashtags. I recommend usually doing like 1 to 3 because it just like looks better in your caption, like people aren't turned off by it. But also you could do like 5 to 7. So here's a really good way to find out which hashtags to use, because I also think a lot of people just really incorrectly hashtag. They just put random crap, and that's not the way to go, okay? If you go into Instagram and you search a word, so let's say Coachella because I was just there, and then click on tags, click on that first tag, Coachella. As you'll notice right here, it says related and it has other hashtags. These are the next like biggest hashtags for Coachella. So I would just pull from these, obviously the ones that are relevant. Like if you're not posting a picture of your outfit, maybe don't put Coachella outfit, but these are kind of how you find them. And of course, if you click on another one, it'll do the same thing. So these are all like the good outfit hashtags. So that's how I would find the hashtags that you guys want to use, sorry. Tip number 9 is pretty self-explanatory, but post interesting photos, you guys. Again, like I said earlier, don't get so caught up in the photo having to be perfect that you don't post at all. But if you are good at being consistent, try to post some creative, interesting photos. When people are scrolling through, you want people to stop and really look at your photo and make them like question it or be intrigued by it or have it be something interesting enough to kind of stop people in their tracks and click on your profile and want to see more. This is like a pretty simple tip, but it really can make a difference. And tip number 10 finally is to care about your audience, care about your followers. If you guys don't go in and respond to every comment and favorite every comment, it's kind of like, why should they follow you? Like, it's a social media platform, meaning it is for social sake. It is for engaging and interacting with other people. Of course, if you get thousands of comments, like, of course you can't respond to every comment. But if that's not you, I highly recommend responding to every single comment, favoriting every comment. Not only does that increase the engagement on the photo because it's actually getting more comments, but they actually feel like really special and loved, and they will comment on more photos and maybe tell their friends about you. Like, it's this trickle effect that you can't even see. You might think, oh, it's pointless that I'm doing this. No, not at all. So care about your audience. If you don't care about your audience, why are you doing social media? That's honestly my question. Like, it's not about you, it's about the followers. It's about giving content to the followers. So those are my tips. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out my last Instagram hacks video, and remember the link to Explode Social is down below. And again, remember you guys, don't take this too seriously. Don't take Instagram too seriously. Of course, if it's your business and your job, like, take it seriously. Like, I fully understand, but just, you know, don't get too wrapped up in like the number of followers you have. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It just matters who really is in your life, who loves you, and all that. But you know that, I don't need to even say. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Comment anything if you can. My channel is like in a weird rut right now, and I'm really trying to revive it. Hashtag revive Adrienne's channel. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.